Hello, it's Luke Michael Howard, Ph.D. and consulting hypnotist at Hypnosis here. Cameo appearance from my co-host Mr. B, my cat here today. He's very busy yawning. Today's video is all about allergies. It is allergy season. We're coming out of spring and we're entering summer very shortly, where a lot of people's allergies fire up. Could be allergies of cats. And I have one strangely here with me today. It could be an allergy of some kind of wheat, some kind of substance that may be in the ground, some kind of seed, buckwheat in the ground. It could be of shellfish, it could be of nuts, it can be of many things. But it is that season, and a lot of people think, well, how can hypnosis help with an allergy? Because an allergy is something physical and hypnosis is just for the mind. So really, how can hypnosis help with overcoming an allergy? And to be honest, many years as a hypnotist, I also thought the same thing. I'm like, well, I know I can help people with their mind and alleviate things, but really, can I help people work with allergies? And I read the studies out there, and you probably want to cross-reference this because I'm going to get some of it wrong, but there was a study done, and I want to say it was about 76, 78, I believe. It could have been the mid-80s, but it was all to do with using neuro-linguistic programming, which is really a subset of hypnosis, to be honest. It's almost like conversational hypnosis, if you will, of helping a classroom full of people who had a allergy problem. And I think they had about 25 to 30 people in the class. They were just using hypnosis, but essentially eyes open hypnosis, and reported that something along the lines of 25 of the 30 people, perhaps higher, they all either overcame their allergy problem just with a neuro-linguistic program, hypnosis, or had a severe reduction in the symptoms from their allergies. And again, please cross-reference that, please cross-check that. It is a real study. I just don't have the exact details to hand now, but check NLP study for allergies. I believe mid-80s, possibly mid-70s, right there. But basically, I used to think that as well, until I started to get clients that had allergies over the last few years, and I tested stuff, to be honest with you, stuff that was told that would work to help people overcome their allergies. And I'm safe to say now that I do have a system that's very effective for helping people with allergies. In fact, in the next few days, I'm going to be posting a video of me working with a client who does have an allergy of, surprise, cats, and it's very real, because her eyes would swell up, her lips would swell up, and she'd have problems in her throat and stuff like that. And you actually see me help her to overcome the allergy and actually test it with my co-host here, Mr. B. And really what an allergy is it's a phobia of the immune system. So if you imagine this is your immune system, and it's fine, it's beating along each and every day, and then one day something happens and your immune system blows up. It's a phobia of the immune system. Basically, you come into contact with something and your immune system thought it was a danger. It thought it was a danger, whether that be cat hair, whether that be buckwheat, whether that be pollen. And it never quite brought that back down again to this point. So we're basically an allergy is a phobia of the immune system. So using your unconscious mind, some people like to call it subconscious, some people like to call it non-conscious, but the part of the mind that we work with in hypnosis that's totally responsible for breathing you, for sending blood throughout of your body, for moving all the muscles in your body, for all your memories, for all of your emotions. And that's the part we work in the hypnosis. So essentially what we can do is we can talk that phobia down. So when it blows up here in spring or summer season, we can start to do a thing called a fast phobia cure, along with some other techniques that I use to really actually shrink down that allergy. So worst case scenario, you have a severe reduction in all your symptoms to your allergy, and best case is it's completely gone. You will see some videos, probably linked to this video, of past clients' testimonials that I'd worked with earlier this year or late last year, along with some allergies that they had around about the same season as well. But yeah, basically that's what we do in hypnosis. We help to, your unconscious mind at some point did a one trial learning, because your unconscious mind is taking a snapshot of what happens. So basically when something happens in your life, it takes a snapshot of everything that's going on at exactly the same time there. An example of this may be a client that I had was terrified of cats, believe it or not, as Mr. B is no longer here. And what happened is when we regressed her, I've told this story before, it actually turned out that when she was 3 or 4, she was in the crib, there was a thunderstorm that was going on. And she, as a little infant, was absolutely terrified of the thunder, of the lightning. Her parents didn't realise they'd actually put the cat in her bedroom, accidentally locked the cat in, because the unconscious mind is like the little black box in a aeroplane. This is not a black box, this is an iPhone, but you get what I'm trying to illustrate. It takes a snapshot of everything that's going on, even the stuff that isn't relevant, because your unconscious mind feels everything is relevant. Long story short, the cat gets scared of the thunder and lightning, jumps over the crib, and like the little girl, now an adult client, she got very, very scared at that point, and of cats, believe it or not. But it wasn't the cat that she was scared of. She was scared of the actual thunder and lightning that was pounding off. But her unconscious mind had taken a snapshot of everything that was going on. It did not discern which was relevant, specific information and what wasn't. That's how phobias, that's how allergies, a phobia of the immune system, can happen. Actually, your unconscious mind takes a snapshot, a kinesthetic snapshot in some ways, of everything that's going on at that time, and then you start to develop those symptoms, and it starts to think it's very, very real, acts that it's very, very real. So basically what we do in hypnosis is we help to speak to that mind, unlearn what it's already learnt to do, realizing that there is no danger typically from being around a cat or some pollen out there. It's not like you're going into a fire or you're robbing poison ivy, which most people in the world would react to in a negative way. Most people in the world do not react in a negative way to cats, to cat hair, to buckwheat, to peanuts, to shellfish, or pollen in that way. So it's quite a unique problem. It's not something that we're evolutionary wired into us, because most of us are fully capable now to deal with it. And what we do in hypnosis is we regress people to that stage of before they ever had that allergy, because no matter what allergy you had, we're not born with allergies, by the way. We develop them at some point. There's a point in most people's lives, there's always one, right? But there's a point in most people's lives where the allergy starts. So we help people get back to that point before the allergy first started, get the learning from their younger self, that blueprint of ultimate health before they ever had the problem, and actually bring that forward to now. It kind of is almost like, you know, if you've got a cell phone, this is an iPhone, you might have an iPhone, maybe you have an Android, and it asks you to update an app, it asks you to update iTunes, for in fact, and when you update it, a lot of your apps then become a bit faster, you save perhaps more battery life, and you can download cool new apps, cool new things on your phone. But if you don't upgrade your app for a long time, perhaps for many, many years, your phone, your head-top computer, if you will, gets slow and it gets buggy, and you can't quite do the things that you should be able to do at this time. So essentially, in my allergy work with people, we upgrade the app inside their head. We update the IU tunes inside your head, so you have the ability to go forward and not suffer the symptoms from your allergy anymore. And oftentimes, here's Tigra, my other cat. Luckily, I am not allergic to cats. But we help you to overcome that. So if you do suffer from an allergy, if it is allergy season, if that does hit you or a loved one, and you want to severely diminish the negative side effects from it, or in fact if you just want to get rid of it completely, please do give me a call and book a screening call at 613-878-5874, and leave my office a message when best to reach you so we can discuss this and how I might be able to help you. You can also email me at mail@lukenosis.com. That's mail, M-A-I-L, at Luke, L-U-K-E, Gnosis, N-O-S-I-S.com, and let me know that you want some help with your allergies, and that's something that I can do. But please watch the video, it's going to be linked to this, and me actually working with a client to help her overcome her allergies. You're actually going to watch a session. It's a little bit different with everyone, because everyone has their own triggers, but you're going to help someone overcome a phobia, excuse me, not a phobia, a allergy of a cat. That's my cat just texting me right there, believe it or not. They're very good on phones nowadays. I hypnotized them to text me. No, I didn't. But I hypnotise it to overcome the allergy, and we test it. You're going to watch that of the cats, and also there'll be a testimonial at the bottom of another client that I worked with late last year, or spring or summer last year, to help her overcome allergy, or I believe it was buckwheat and certain pollens as well as cats. So you can watch that, hear about it, and my website is www.lukenosis.com. You can find out more about me. I've been Luke Michael Howard. Hopefully I've explained how allergies work in your immune system and how I can potentially help you. And as I always like to say, always believe.